Hi everyone, Aiden here at the etrailer. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Kuat Piston Pro X 2-bike rack on our 2020 Toyota RAV4. The Piston's going to be a really high-end premium bike rack. It's going to have a lot of really neat features, and the big thing is it's really easy to use. The big thing with that is the integrated pistons. So these arms open up with just the hit of a button, so you can load your bike up, get these arms ratcheted down, and it's really quick and simple to do. Now with that, you can see it's holding the bike by the tires on each side, and that means zero frame contact, making it good for carbon frame like our bike here, alternative frame, or even e-bikes with a 67-pound weight capacity per bike. The bike rack does tilt away with bikes loaded. There's a pedal right near the front tray here that we can pull down, lower the rack. I will say it does tilt a lot, giving us plenty of room to open up the liftgate on our vehicle here, get to the back if we need anything out of there, or maybe have a place to sit before or after our ride to change our shoes. With it tilting down as far as it does though, if you have this fully loaded, maxed out with two 67-pound bikes, it is going to be a lot of weight coming down at once, and it's going to put you in a pretty awkward position with how much it tilts. So just be aware of that, and if you need to, and you've got a second person with you, maybe go ahead and have an extra set of hands to help. Now with this, like I said, loading is really easy. And same thing with unloading. All you gotta do is open up those arms. They don't open up maybe as much as I would want. For this bike, it's just fine. You can lift it up and away. But for some of the longer wheelbase mountain bikes, that is an issue we've ran into before, where it's just not as easy to load and unload, because those arms can get in the way. If you need to, you can always just push them a little bit further out to give you that extra room. Otherwise, they'll open themselves and we can latch them back down. Taking a look at some measurements here, we'll start off with our ground clearance. There is going to be a really good rise in the shank, which gives us 18.5 inches of ground clearance at the back end, which is pretty good. I'd say for most situations, it's more than enough. And then for our distance added to the back, we are going to be coming in just over 24 inches, right about 24.25. So it does sit pretty close to the vehicle too. In this state, you've got a good amount of room between it and the bumper, and you can save some space by folding it upright when it's not in use. I will say when you do that, it comes very close to the bumper. At the closest point, probably being about half an inch, just enough for my index finger to fit between the bumper and the arm here. So it is a little bit close, and maybe a little too close for comfort for some people. I will say that the Piston's a very solid rack with very little movement at that pivot point, especially side to side, but front to back there's a little bit of shake. Not enough I think that'll make vehicle contact, but something to be aware of. At the bottom, it does have an integrated anti-rattle device. It's not tool-free, but the tool does store on the rack itself, so you can have it on hand at all times to tighten that up in your hitch. It stores up top and locks up there too. At the hitch, it's working with our 2" by 2" receiver tube, and it comes with a locking hitch pin. That lock being key-to-like to the one up top, and being key-to-like to the spot for our cable lock to go into. One thing that this rack does have is integrated taillights. They're visible when it's folded like this or flat in the driving position, but you do need 4-pole wiring. If your RAV4 doesn't already have it like this one doesn't, you can go to our website and find the right kit for you and get that installed. That way you've got tail lights, your running lights, brake lights, turn signals, anything you might need if you're driving around with this at night to give you that extra visibility. And it's really nice that it's just built into the rack. And overall, I think the Pistons are a really nice option. It gives you a lot of features built right into the rack. My big thing with it on the RAV4 is that it just sits very close. I'd maybe look into something like the Kuat Envy. It's still a very nice bike rack with a lot of premium features, but it's going to sit a little bit nicer on there. It doesn't come with the integrated taillights, but like I said, if you don't have the wiring already, you maybe don't need it. But that'll do it for our look at the Kuat Piston Pro X. Thanks for watching.